guys, welcome back to Jay's Kitchen. So today I'm going to be sharing with you on how I make chicken varuval. It's basically a very dry dish, and you have to be next to it the whole process just in case you don't burn the chicken. So I'm going to show you how I make it. So let's see what are the ingredients we need to make this chicken varuval. So what I have here is my chili powder. You can use any brand of chili powder that you have at home. And then I have my spices. We're going to be seeing later what spices we'll be needing to be using. Of course, I have my ghee here, but you can always use any type of oil that you have, canola oil, olive oil, whichever you have at home. And then 1 onion. And then we have our coriander powder and garam masala. And then I have my ginger garlic paste. You can always, if you don't have the paste, you can always pound it and make it into a paste. And then I have my spices for my chicken: cinnamon, cloves, cardamom seed, and also star anise. And of course I have my chicken here, which has already been cut and cleaned by my dear husband. Thank God for him. And then of course we need our salt and sugar for seasoning. And don't forget also morel and pestle to be pounding the spices. So let me gather the ingredients and we can start cooking. So I've got my ingredients ready. Here I have my 2 tablespoons of paste, ginger and garlic paste. So here I have 2 teaspoons of fennel seed, 2 teaspoons of cumin seed, and 2 teaspoons of black pepper seed. And then here we have our 1 onion that I've actually diced, and then I have my cinnamon, and then I have a few cloves, about 4 cardamom seeds, and about 4 to 5 star anise. Of course my ghee, and for my curry powder I have 3 tablespoons of chili powder, and then 1 tablespoon of coriander powder, and also 1 teaspoon of garam masala, my chicken, and also my mortar and pestle. So right now we shall start cooking the chicken varuval. So I have my pan here, and what we're going to do is we are going to take these dry spices and we're going to dry roast in this pan for a couple of minutes so that we can actually pound them. So just mix it around and dry roast for a couple of minutes. So just mix it around. Make sure you don't allow this to burn. Just gently, slowly dry roast it on on medium heat, low-medium heat for a couple of minutes. So once it's dry roasted enough, you can switch off the heat, and we're going to put this into the mortar and pestle and pound it. So after pounding it, I have my ingredients here. So now we're going to prep the chicken to be cooked. So we have our chicken here, where we are going to add in our dry spices, and then we're going to add in our ginger garlic paste, make sure you add in everything properly, and then we are going to add in our powdered spices. So now what we're going to do is we're going to mix this together, and we're going to prep this for 1 hour. So the chicken has already been mixed with all the spices, so we're going to allow this to prep, and then we're going to close this and leave it for about an hour. So my chicken has been prepping for about an hour. So right now we are going to put in our ghee. Put in roughly about 2 tablespoons. Just add in there. allow the pan to heat up a little bit more. So you can always use canola oil or vegetable oil or whichever oil you have in hand. But putting ghee when you're cooking will always be a different taste, extra tasteful. So you can always add the ghee in it. So we're going to heat this a little bit, the oil, and then we're going to start putting our spices. So after heating up, I'm going to be adding firstly our spices. Make sure you get all the spices inside. Let it fry a little bit with the ghee. And then we can hear the sound. You can start putting in your onions. Just put in all your onions. And then saute your onions till it becomes translucent and you get the fragrant aroma of the spices and the onions together. So once you see the onions translucent and the smell of ghee is really good, you can add in your chicken. You can add in this chicken. It's already been prepped. And then you're going to give it a good mix to get it to coat with the ghee, the onions, and the spices. So you always want to make sure that you're standing next to your chicken varuval, because at this point the spices will actually burn and the chicken will stick to the pan. So you have to constantly be mixing it and making sure that it doesn't stick to the pan. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower my heat to medium, not too low but to medium, and I'm going to constantly mix it for about 8 to 10 minutes or more, depending, maybe about 15 minutes. And then we're going to allow the chicken to cook on that heat itself. So just make sure you keep constantly mixing it and give it about 8 to 15 minutes. Keep mixing it so it doesn't stick to the pan. So my chicken has been cooking for about 15 minutes. As you can see, there's already liquid coming out. Even though I didn't pour any water in it, there's already some liquid coming out. So at this point, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding in our salt. So we're going to add in the salt. So just add in how much you think, season to taste. You don't want to add in too much, because sometimes when you put too much of salt, you won't be able to you know, if it becomes too salty. So you can always add in a little bit of salt, and if it's not enough, you can always add in towards the end. So we're going to give it a quick mix, and at this point what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour in about a little bit of water, not too much, because the chicken already lets out lots of water. So I'm going to add in a little bit of water. Just a little. Okay, that's it. So give it one quick mix. And I'm going to close this and cook it for about 3 minutes. But of course, don't forget, you have to always open it and check that your chicken doesn't burn, stick to the pan. Okay. Okay, right now, still under medium heat, we're going to close the pan and allow this to cook for another about 2 to 3 minutes. So the chicken has been cooking for about 2 to 3 minutes. As you can see, there's a lot of water here. So what we're going to do is we're going to cook it continuously on the low heat until the water actually subsides and evaporates. So as you know, Varuval is actually a very dry chicken, so I'm going to allow it to cook on the same heat. Maybe increase the heat a little bit so when it cooks, but again, make sure that you're always next to it, watching it as it can actually burn. So we're going to cook it right now until the liquid from the chicken actually evaporates. So just continue cooking on medium heat. So as you can see, my chicken Varuval has already dried off. So it's really dry right now. So at this point right now, we are almost done. We're going to add in a little bit of sugar. So always remember, when you add in sugar to any dishes, the taste, it's totally different and it's more tastier. So just add in a little bit and then just give it a mix, quick mix, and you can switch off your heat right now. So this is your chicken Varuval. It's done. So this is my end result of my chicken Varuval. So and I've garnished it with lots of coriander. So it's very tasty, very spicy, and once you do it, please let me know how it turns out. Thank you so much for watching my video on how I made the chicken Varuval. So please try it and let me know how it turns out. So don't forget, if you like my video, please give me a thumbs up, like my video, please share it in your social media and among your friends, and please subscribe if you haven't. So if you haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button that's below this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Rainbows and Butterflies Forever. If don't just subscribe, please press the notification bell so that you'll always receive an email notification whenever my YouTube channel has a new video uploaded. So till I see you in my next cooking, take care and have a good day.